Hello everyone, my name is Zachariah Soa and today we will be discussing some of the structures that make up the respiratory system. We will start here with the left and right frontal sinuses. The frontal sinuses are lined with cells that make mucus to keep the nose from drying out. These here are the left and the right maxillary sinus, which is the largest of all the paranasal sinuses. Here we have the nasal mucosa, also called the respiratory mucosa, lines the entire nasal cavity from the nostrils down to the pharynx. The pharynx has three parts: the nasopharynx, the oropharynx, and the laryngopharynx. And then we have the larynx area, which is made up of the epiglottis, the supraglottis, the vocal cord, the glottis, and the subglottis. The air then moves into the trachea, which is also known as the windpipe, conveying air to and from the lungs. It's a large membranous tube reinforced by rings of cartilage extending from the larynx down to the bronchial tubes. We have the left and the right main bronchi. This area where the trachea splits into the bronchus is also known as the carina, and it's a ridge at the base of the trachea that separates the openings. Those lead into the lungs. We have the left and the right lung. The right lung is made up of three lobes: the superior, the middle, and the inferior lobes. The left lung only has two lobes, the superior and the inferior lobe. The difference is due to the left lobe making space for the heart to sit. The top of the lungs is also referred to as the apices, and the lowermost portion of the lungs are referred to as the costophrenic angles. I'm going to get rid of these here so we can see inside the lungs. You'll see the bronchus branches off here into all the other bronchuses. It doesn't really show it here, but at the ends here are the alveoli. The alveoli are tiny air sacs where the lungs and the blood exchange oxygen and carbon dioxide during the process of breathing in and breathing out. Not pictured, but also very important, is the diaphragm, sitting somewhere around in here, which is a thin skeletal muscle that sits at the base of the chest and separates the abdomen from the chest. It contracts and flattens when you inhale, creating a vacuum effect that pulls air into your lungs. When you exhale, the diaphragm relaxes and the air is pushed out of the lungs. Thanks for checking out the respiratory system with me. I hope you learned something. We'll see you next time.